Hi everybody, it's Danny with funukuleleprojects, and I have a neat project here. Actually, in my last video I mentioned I'll be getting back to project videos, and this is a project slash giveaway video. That the instrument that I have that I'm going to be giving away, it's my July giveaway, will be this Cordoba15TM. It's a project video because I got it on eBay because the neck had been split. And so I picked it up, and it looked like it was a fairly clean split, and it actually was. And I decided that it not only be a neat project to fix, and it's a neat instrument to give away, but I also decided it would be a good project to explain sort of how I go about doing repairs when I'm getting a lesser expensive instrument that needs to have a functional repair that doesn't cost a fortune. You know, if someone has, say a $3,000 instrument and the neck gets broken and they want me to fix it and they want it to be as invisible a repair as possible, they'd be willing to spend possibly a couple $100s to make that, not only just repair it, but then to take the time to really make it disappear. But when someone has a $100 instrument, they're not going to spend $100 to fix the instrument when they can spend $100 and just get a new one. And so you have to take a slightly different approach to repairing it. And so what I did with this, the neck, I'll have a photo, you can see where the neck split, but it split right along here, and I'm sure that the camera will pick up there like these 4 dark dots. It didn't break real far apart, and since it didn't break real far apart, and I could tell that the break was a real clean snap. There was no splintering that you could see. So I decided the best thing to do would be to just inject glue into it. It wasn't wide enough where I could easily and confidently use like a painter's palette, knife to get glue far enough in. And I have a glue syringe. It's a high pressure glue syringe, and so I drilled 4 holes that went diagonal across the split, and those holes enabled me to shoot glue at a high pressure into the joint that would force the glue into every single nook and cranny, so to speak, of the crack. In fact, I have a photo that shows that when I was putting some glue in the last hole, it was even pushing glue out of one of the holes over here, as it was just being forced into all areas. Then once it was glued, I was able to clamp it down and just get a good clamp on it. Now understand that modern woodworking glues have a shear strength that's like 3,000 to 3,500 pounds per square inch, and I had well over a square inch of surface area here. And so I was not concerned with the, 30, 40, 50 pounds of pressure maximum you probably get from the strings that would be trying to pull. And so I knew it was going to hold just fine. And then when it came time to fill the holes, rather than try to make the holes absolutely invisible, I chose to use a similar color wood as the wood on this neck. And I mixed it with wood glue to make like a filler. I filled the holes, and I used artist acrylic to make it look sort of like 4 knots, because they're like these little sort of knot spots up here. They're not quite knots, but dark parts in the grain. They're little dark streaks in the grain, and so I was able to color these, and then I added some streaks into this area here, because once the repair was done, it's not just enough to repair it, it needs to feel comfortable to play. So I had to sand across the joint, make it really smooth. In sanding across the joint and making it really smooth, well, then what happened was there was like a white spot. We were sanding down to like the sealer, and it was very obvious. And so I had to actually use once again some acrylics, very, very thin, like putting them on like little slip glazes to darken that area, and use the same color as the darker parts of the wood, so that you know, if you look real closely, you can see, oh yeah, something was done. But actually, it's so clean where the repair was, that it really just looks like knots in the wood. And if someone wasn't told it's repaired, a lot of people would just think it's just knots in the wood. And it turned out really nice. It's a very fun instrument to play. What I really like about Cordobas is they have, you know, the really wide, like 37.5 millimeter nuts. They got almost 31 millimeters from outside of G to A, and 44 millimeters or 43.5 down here at the saddle. And so it's like you would play if you pick up a Canilea, if you pick up an Islander, if you pick up some of the more modern brands, or actually, believe it or not, a lot of the vintage brands had wide string spacing like this. My next video, or either my next video or the second to the next video, it'll be the second one after this, I'll be showing a silver tone that I restored to playing condition, another eBay purchase, and that one almost identical string spacing. So this isn't something that, you know, like this wide string spacing isn't something that companies like Canilea or Cordoba or like Romero have brought new to ukulele. They're actually doing the string spacing that was popular before the proliferation of, you know, cheap Chinese instruments with really narrow nuts and really narrow string spacing. But vintage instruments oftentimes had, you know, pretty wide string spacing, and it's much more comfortable for me to play. So I really like playing this. Now, it is strung right-handed, because chances are the person that's going to get this is going to be right-handed. The giveaway will include this, and I have a nice little, you know, gig bag that will go with it. It's one of the gig bags that came with our Antonio Sai ukuleles. I decided to get different gig bags for those two ukuleles, so I have a gig bag for a double bout ukulele. This should fit in just fine, and I'll also be including a tuner with it. So what I'm going to do now is I will do a playing section. Now bear with me, I'm playing this upside down. I have only been trying the past, say, 3 weeks to learn a few more pieces upside down. I'm not going to say what I'm going to play because it's late at night and I don't know which pieces I'll actually successfully get through. So I'm going to have a playing section, and then after that I'll explain the details of my July giveaway. Okay. fumbling through Roxy's waltz. Okay, now for the details of the giveaway. Just like all my other giveaways, you'll need to comment in the comments that you want to be in the giveaway. And I'm going to include a link like I did in the last giveaway. This link will be to a form that you'll fill out that will have your name. It'll be like your YouTube name. It'll be your real name if it's different than your YouTube name, and it will have your mailing address. And once again, the reason I need to do these forms is because 2 giveaways ago, someone tried to claim to be a person that they weren't, when I used to do it the other way, where I would contact someone to get the email. This way, by filling out the form in advance, I already have your email. I don't need to contact you to try to get your email, and so I can just then send the instrument to the person that wins. So once again, comment in this video that you would like to be included in the giveaway. That's required. And then the second thing that's required is to go to the link that I'll have in the description. So you fill out the form for this giveaway, and that form will include your name, if it's different than your YouTube name. You'll have your spot for your YouTube name also, and it will be your mailing address. And those are the 2 required things. You need to do both. And then the last thing that is not required, it would just be fun, is do you have a favorite memory of this year up to this point? Is there something that's happened that is particularly fun or eventful for you in a positive way in this year up to this point? Anyway, thanks for watching. Oh, this vid also, the giveaway will go like I usually do. For 2 weeks from the time I post this, the video, people can enter to be part of the giveaway. And then 2 weeks after I post this, I'll close out the giveaway, and then I'll put the names down, and I'll do a drawing video. Once again, it'll be this Cordoba15TM, and it'll have a gig bag, and it will have a tuner, and so you're getting a little package. If you just buy the Cordoba, it comes just the ukulele. So stay safe, stay healthy. I'll see you in the next video.